So what we're doing is we're playing
basically playing Valheim.
So basically we're just gonna be playing Valheim.
So basically what I was thinking here is that I was gonna let it take me over and I was gonna land, and when it drops me I'm gonna land.
Bad touchdown. I landed. Okay, so basically that's what I was thinking, is that I was gonna land.
I might have played the game before, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm going through the early game stuff, getting materials like wood and stone, and the idea is also to get food, and just getting a lot of wood is a priority though, so you'll see me getting like a lot of wood for a little bit, and yeah, so I'll be doing that, I'll be getting wood, and yeah, that's kind of how it goes. You just get a lot of wood towards the beginning.
I'm gonna craft a tool here. I'm gonna craft a tool here. And oh my god, I crafted the tool. Having stone blocks. I just beat the shit out of that little guy. Look at that. Basically what I did is I got a tool and tools make it easier to play the game, because you
actually allows you to build your house.
different things like trees and stones and enemies. So yeah, that's why I made the axe.
Just a word to the wise, for people that play this game, as you can see, I'm chopping a tree very slowly. So what happens is basically I'm running out of stamina, and I'm getting all tired, and I can't chop the wood. So basically what you gotta do to remedy that is you gotta get food. Now I talked about that earlier, I talked about getting food, and the food helps you not get super tired, and also helps with your health, with your health. That's just, I just thought that would be important to mention, because you'll see me later getting food, like berries, and deer, and boar meat. You'll see those later, you'll see boar. I think you can see one right now, actually. You see them and you fight them, and they give you meat, and you cook the meat, and then it becomes food, and it gives you health and stamina, and it's really good, because if you have that, then you will play the game better. Like me, I'm a really good game player.
So it's worth knowing that I'll take up the thing called Flint. So basically what works for this game is you get new resources and then unlock the crafting recipes for it. So I found Flint and it will allow you to make things fun. Okay, here I pick up some mushrooms, and mushrooms can be used as food. Basically what mushrooms do is they give you an equal amount of health and stamina, so they last really long too. So basically they are really good food items because they last longer than most of the other ones, except they still last less time than meat. So it's basically they're just a lot longer lasting than berries. So that's what they're good for. They're good for food that lasts longer than berries. And they give you more health than berries do, but less stamina. So it's worth it to take berries and mushroom and have extra berries for replenishing, as opposed to less for replenishing for mushroom. Different wood. So basically the birch tree is a better wood than the beech tree, the normal gray one. But it's harder to cut down. You need a stronger axe.
Another thing I thought about when I was recording the audio for the different trees is that enemies like those little guys that I've been killing before give resources. Like what those guys drop is resin, and that's good for like making fires and things because it's flammable, so you can make torches and stuff out of it. But also it's sticky like glue, so it's just for use for building things generally. I thought that was interesting because enemies drop building materials, and that's really useful for late game. That's useful for in the later game when you need those crafting supplies and things, because that's where you find the materials most of the time is from the enemies, but also the world.
I talked about the voice before, and basically the voice dropped me, so I'm gonna put that guy's meat, and it's gonna give me health. And he also drops other scraps. Like I was saying, enemies drop very important crafting supplies, and that's very important. That's very important for making things all the different too. And then the too. Look guys, it's the berries. I love berries. Berries are the best. I love berries. I love berries. Berries are great. So basically what berries do is they give you stamina. Like they mostly give you stamina. So the mushrooms, they give you stamina and health. Where the berries, they give you stamina. Look. You can see in the middle of the screen there is my stamina bar. So it went up really big, and the health bar didn't go up really big. So that's the important thing.
Raw. 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 There's something very important about tools in Valheim. Some of them perform different roles. Like the axe is mostly for cutting trees, but it can be used as a weapon. I just crafted the club. The club is a strictly damage weapon. It does exclusively blunt damage. It is for killing enemies. Which you might think is silly because, well, it's a weapon. It's for killing enemies, but the main difference is the fact that the axe has a little damage type that is called chop. In the game, chop is the amount of damage that you can do to a tree. So basically it allows you to actually cut down trees. Axes have that, along with big enemies and bosses. The other weapons like spears and clubs, they don't quite have that power to knock down the tree, so they don't get the chop damage. I hope you understand.
Okay, so that thing over there, even though it might be hard to believe, is a deer. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm trying to be sneaky. I'm trying to be sneaky so I can get the deer, and I don't have to rescue the deer out. And basically it works quite well with dark swords, I think. So basically, you just the sneaky ball, and the more light you're in, the more easy it is for the enemy to see you. And also, if you have like, no, if certain armors will allow you to be more sneaky as well. So that's a thing that you can do in the game, is become more sneaky with armors. So I thought it would be worth mentioning it, because it's actually really useful. Anyway, so you're gonna see me go up and attempt to take down this deer, but the trees got in the way, and my wide ass body just couldn't fit. I'm just too jacked, you know what I'm saying? But then the deer got scared and they ran away. That made me really sad, but you know, life goes on, you know? It's like you can't dwell on the small things. And the deer is very much one of those small things. I could get more deer later. The show goes on. So like, why would I even bother like sweating about it? It's like, I can get plenty of deer. There's so many in this game. The spawn rate is like really big. See, there's another one right there. There's so many. You already heard all the noises from the deer. You already know, because you've been watching the video. So you know that there's been lots of noises from the deer, and there's plenty of deer. So you already know that there's plenty of deer. And you're going to see a lot of them throughout the game. There's going to be a lot of deer. And they spawn in almost every biome. They're almost everywhere. So you can find them basically everywhere except the ocean. And even then, I would bet that you could probably still find some, because there's just so many of them. There's just a lot of deer. Shit up with my fists. God, I love torturing small animals. God, I like punching boars. God, I like beating up things with my fists. It's so satisfying. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
Usually I try to stay out of the back doors before it's time.
But, you know, it really is up to whoever's playing, you know?
If you got yourself in this
Flint spear, you know, knock yourself out.
the Black Force kind of fun sometimes.
Alright gamers, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Sometimes Valheim pisses me off. I mean, like, I suppose I put myself in a bad situation with boars and grey dwarfs, but like, seriously, I just, like, this is just too much. They're doing too much, man. But I mean, I was lucky not to be too tapped by the grey dwarf and boar. Like seriously, like what the hell? Honestly though, like just realizing now, I probably would have that would have been an easier fight had I just had my mushrooms, had I eaten those. But I think I will explain later. I think I'll explain later why I saved those. My reason is just personal preference. I mean, it's probably better to eat them. Honestly, I do regret not doing that. Because again, that's free health and stamina. Like, why wouldn't I do that?
supposed to clean it with the skeletons, and it's really difficult, so I put the scary record music to make sure you know that it's scary, because those guys do a lot of damage, and that's not really good for me to get hit. Chase you a long ways, and they're scary because they chase you and they have a lot of health and do a lot of damage. I already talked about the enemies doing shock damage, and the trolls are one of those enemies. So basically what they do is they hit a tree and the tree goes and then it goes on the ground because the troll is really big and it hurts the tree. And sometimes they throw rocks, but I don't like rocks, so that's not really good. So I don't like it when they throw rocks at me. It's scary, man. It's scary. Which is also really because these enemies are really weird and they're scared of the fire. So what they do is they run away from the fire, but if I want to stay alone, then they can hit. I gotta hold out the torch and then the enemies start attacking me because the fire stays there and it scares them. So they're a little bit slow, so you're gonna have to be a little bit of a break here for being so slow. It's cause I'm slow mentally, cause I'm stupid, and I'm dumb. But I also am smart, cause look, I got it. Except for this part, but that's okay. I don't usually use the other ones, but I was very upset. enemies.